What's up, everyone? How's it going? Obviously, Sam.
Alid.
Today, we want to chat about kind of navigating Christmas, right? And making sure that you're able to get through it guilt-free, but still get results, still continue progress, not fall off the landslide. And actually just step into 2022, maybe a step ahead rather than 2 steps behind.
This is why we're going to tell you to make sure you don't eat your Christmas dinner, don't eat your diet, no chocolates,
no drinks.
Track your food Christmas Day. You've got to track your food Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It's actually none of that. Nothing like that.
Not at all, because we're human, right? We're just average people that want to be in better shape, right? We're not athletes, like we mentioned before, right? We don't have a competition. We don't have anything which is coming up in January time. We're just trying to navigate life, innit? And just enjoy it, basically, with the family around us and that. So, you kick us off, man, with like how many steps you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps to get through.
Absolutely perfect. Right. So the first one is do not practice what you do not want to become. And the reason I say that is because you've established solid habits and foundations right now. I've come to the session, you've all been great, and you kind of got these little things which you're doing on a day-to-day basis, things that you do not want to write off just because it's Christmas, because you've solidified these habits. Things like setting, a nice time to wake up. Obviously, we're going to have to take a lie-in, but at certain points, you're going to when's too much of a lie-in, too much, and then you're going to almost negatively impact the routine that you've been in. So it's just if you realize you're doing something every day that you don't want to do every day, start to change that routine and do what you want to do to achieve your goals.
Exactly. Be more aware, right, of what you're doing right now and what's taking you away maybe over the Christmas period from what you're currently doing right now. Little things like getting up, maybe coming to a morning workout. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some of you perhaps don't snack between meals, right? So you're a bit more aware around food and the emotion you have around food. You don't want to kind of stop those kind of habits, those kind of behaviours, because as James Clear says, right, once is a mistake, but 2 becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And then it's 3, 4, 5, and it compounds.
Every time.
Every time, man.
You want the next one?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're not going to be perfect, right? Like I just mentioned at the very start. So I think especially now, leading into Christmas, realize that, hey, you are not going to be perfect. You're not going to do things incredibly well, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. Appreciate that, because it's going to happen, all right? And if you're aware of it at the start, maybe it's a little bit easier to kind of get over when those things do happen, right? Because you kind of prepare and plan for it ahead of time. Because it's if it's already in the diary that okay, Christmas Day, you're probably going to have 1 or 2 drinks. Not go crazy on your diet, or if it's a family outing, maybe on Boxing Day. These things that come in. If you're aware of them at the very start, it's easier to manage them and set goals thereafter.
I think what it is people think, oh my God, I'm in such a good fitness routine that when Christmas comes, I'm going to be perfect and I'm going to keep it rolling, and I'm not going to drink that much over Christmas. How many times or how many of you have said, I'm not going to drink over Christmas? Or how many times have you said, I'm going to take it easy, I always feel bad when I eat too much? Well, truth of the matter is, when you're with family, enjoying the occasion and just you're drinking, you're eating, somebody, gets the eggnog out, somebody gets the Baileys with hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I'll have another one.
Of course, man, it slips, right?
And you're not gonna stick to perfect nutritional plan with all of these. I wouldn't even say it's.
There's too many variables, I guess, right?
Distractions, though, is it? It's the season. It's not even a distraction at this point. It's just what we do as humans, and as we enjoy time with our family. So you're not going to be perfect, and you are going to enjoy these things, and you shouldn't feel guilty about enjoying them. So you're not 100%. Perfect.
No, exactly. Just enjoy the time you're with your family. Perhaps some of you only see once a year, right? Then in that one time you're with your family, do you really want to be I'm not going to drink that little bit of thingy, right? Or I'm not going to eat that. Because you're with your family, just enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%. So our next point we're going to move on to, guys, is this year, luckily, Christmas is on the weekend. So that would mean that the 27th through to the 30th, which is
Monday to Thursday,
which is that dead zone usually. Do you know when Christmas is on a Wednesday?
Yeah.
And then the weekend is the 27th, 28th. You're it's the weekend, so we can kind of overeat.
And you continue to overeat.
And all the way through. Yeah. But this year, it's quite good for your fitness routine, because the Monday to the... Sorry, that's my nap time alarm.
Is that still going on? That's Christmas Day as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Christmas Day.
I always have a nap time alarm. So basically, that little 4-day gap is this. even though there will be food lying around, there will be a lot of temptations at that time. It's your choice what you do in that time, but it's a perfect opportunity to get back into some sort of fitness routine, maybe eat a little bit better quality food, and not batter your digestive system with loads of chocolates and biscuits and snacks.
Yeah.
Even though it is there, it's your choice whether you consume that or not.
For sure. Yeah, like having that control over that period of time is actually important, right? To kind of like reset, have good habits, and continue with them as well. Like Saturday, Sunday is only 2 days, right? So it's not like 3 or 4 days where it becomes harder then on the 5th day to do it.
Because it's dead man zone, isn't it? Like every Christmas, if the 25th falls on like that Friday or that Saturday, it's by the 28th and you're like, I know it's the 28th, but I don't know what day this is.
Yeah.
It's no man's land, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So, yeah, what you say, you don't have to be a piggy. You say
Yeah,
that?
hashtag don't be a piggy.
Love it. So, yeah, I think you obviously mentioned the 4th step, remember your goals, values, identity, and vision, and let it dictate your few choices. Like, understand everyone has goals when they come here, right? Just because it's a period of time, a couple of days, doesn't mean you have to completely forget those kind of behaviors and those goals and that identity you have built, right? So it's important you just keep that in the back of your mind. And remind yourself, right, when you wake up in the morning, like, hey, just remember who you're trying to become and who you currently are right now as well, right? And allow that to dictate the choices you make on a day-to-day basis, going back to the 27th to the 30th.
Yeah, and that doesn't just mean in terms of like your fitness goal. It's quite easily to like be like, I want to be this athlete, I want to be this person that smashes their goals on a consistent basis. But you also want to be a family person. That's part of your identity. Your identity is I'm a family person. I enjoy being with my friends. I enjoy a good drink, and that's even part of my identity. Is I enjoy having.
You enjoy many drinks.
I had 3 pints and spoons when we went there for a sit down to do work.
We went on a Sunday. Is it Sunday?
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday, yeah.
Sunday before.
Yeah, 3 pints later, doing some work. Jeez, I'd gone by that point.
Well, we were sat at Nero's. It's not like we went to Wetherspoons to do work. We went to Nero's to do work. Nero's shut, and the nearest place was either the dessert shop or Spoons.
Yeah.
And I fancied a pineapple and I fancied a waffle.
Love it. But yeah, like I said, right, some of you have, like, use this time. Like, if you want to be with your kids, right, and you're a family man, you enjoy spending time with your kids and being there for them and just like, playing with them, etc., being a better role model for them, etc. So use this time wisely for that period of time, right?
The next one then is just understand your own behaviours and adjust them to suit your plans. And I'm glad this one landed on me just because I have a story. When I was younger, my parents used to take me and my brother to, parties, family, friends, birthdays, etc. They used to feed us 2 sandwiches before we went to the party. And the reason they did that was because they wanted us to feel full before we went to the buffet. The only problem was, even at that age, me and my brother still ate a lot. Because we ate a lot.
Have you never not eaten much?
Yeah. Because we used to eat a lot, we'd get to the party and the other parents would say, oh, you didn't feed them, did you? It's like, no, we fed them. But if you're that way inclined, you're probably better off eating a lot less during the day because you know you're going to overeat in the night anyway. However, if you knew you were going to a party where you were due to overeat, but you ate a sandwich just before it, that could mean that you're quite full when you get there. So therefore, you won't fancy excessively overindulging in the food that's going to be there. That is you knowing yourself. Know if you're the kind of person that is going to eat anyway. So there's no point you banking a bit of food to go there in order for you to eat less because you're the type of person that eats. If you know you're the kind of person that doesn't require as much food and you thought that if I had a good quality, meal before I went, I wouldn't eat as much there, then use that strategy. Just work out what's best for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it's been quite successful for like people we train, right? As Alex said, it depends on the person. I generally say to people, look, depending on obviously the behavioral type, right? Eat less throughout that day. Eat less throughout that day. All right. And then when you go to the evening, you have more of like more of a bank to deal with, right? So that bank balance is maybe a little bit more, and you can kind of like allow for a little bit more room for food that you normally or perhaps wouldn't consume otherwise. But yeah, like just also understand as well, maybe the volume of food that you have when you're at that dinner isn't going to be that great, but it's going to be super calorific as well, right? Pigs and blankets, like sausage rolls, all the stuff that generally is quite calorific, low volume of food. And so generally speaking, when you're there, you're going to eat it and then be hungry probably within like half an hour of consuming it as well.
Yeah, whereas you could have like a big stir fry or something really quite voluminous, but like fill you up for a lot less calories. If you could have that before you got there, which meant that you eat a lot less food when you actually get there, that's obviously going to be more beneficial to your fitness goals.
Yeah, exactly, man. Also, just what I would say as well, don't be the first person to go to the buffet. Leave it to the end, right? Because there's less food there. Sounds really weird, right?
That's a great shout out. How good's that? That's a life hack. But what if the cheese goes?
Then that's it, then, isn't it? But if you're the last person that's there, right, there's going to be less food there. If you're the first person, you can go back to seconds, can't you? You can go back because there's going to be food left over. If you're the last person that goes to that buffet and eats out all your like family, etc., you're not going to go back for seconds because by that point, people are going to be clearing up and taking it away.
Yeah. Good hack, that is.
It's a good hack, isn't it? Yeah. On the spot.
I don't think I'll use it then.
I will be the first person, and then I'll go back for thirds. Yeah, as he made a good point as well, right? Keep consistent with your training, right? The next two kind of go hand in hand a little bit, don't they? Keep consistent with your training, right? If you're going to be consuming a little bit more food than normal, because obviously Christmas time, you're probably going to be a little bit stronger, have a little bit more energy, right? And you can use that pretty wisely to hit PBs in the sessions, to go a little bit harder in the sessions perhaps. But at the same time, don't punish yourself.
Yeah, just don't punish yourself with overdoing the exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to eat a lot of food, and you're going to justify eating a lot of food with the hard workout the next day. And it's not so much a justification as there is a punishment. If you are the kind of person that works out in that manner, you know, these sessions that we do are quite tough. And if that's the kind of sessions that you're doing on a regular basis, regardless of what you eat, go into it. But if you are not the kind of person to like push that intensity and then you only do it after your Christmas meal, you kind of created a bit of a negative relationship with...
Yeah, absolutely.
You're turning what exercise is. Exercise is meant to be our holistic, healthy lifestyle approach, which we should do out of kindness to ourselves. You're actually doing it out of
regret, hatred, guilt
to ourselves. Yeah. Yes, you turn that thing which is meant to be something that you just go in, you enjoy, you do. You're a doer. You're the kind of person that does exercise. You turn it into a kind of person that punishes themselves for it. It's not going to be It's not going to be benefit to your goals.
No, it's not. It's not. So, yeah, just enjoy exercise. If you come regularly anyway, 3-4 times a week, still keep up that routine. If you only come twice a week, there's no point coming 5 or 6, right? Don't be tracking on myfitnesspal and seeing that you got to win back those 1,200 calories and try and find them back in a session on your Apple Watch. Like, that's not what we're aiming for.
Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, next one, family time. This is a really good time, right? Because health isn't just about physical or mental. It's relational, it's social, it's emotional. There's so many things to it. Existential, meaning and purpose, and that. Yeah. So this time, perhaps you... I don't know, are seeing family they haven't seen in probably a year. Like, there's some family I only see at Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
And so use that time wisely. Go out for walks.
It depends what Boris says, though.
Yeah, true. True, yeah. Well, maybe you go outside, I don't know. But I'm sure you can't be told not to go outside. Who knows? Who knows right now? But yeah, like, use it to be outside, be more active, right? Go for walks with them. Maybe you go out in a morning stroll for 2 hours, etc., rather than sitting down on a sofa all day. So there's an other side of fitness that you can kind of gain from Christmas, not just the physical and the mental side.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like, even some, you can get on top of your sleep routine. I know a lot of you guys are such busy workers where you kind of go to work, then you bury yourself in the gym, and then you go to work, you work at a highly stressful job. Then you get home, your family life might be a bit 100 miles per hour. Whereas now you have like a little bit of freedom, a little bit of time away from work. You're probably not going to be exercising quite as much. You're trying to like almost get to like a bit of a relaxed place. You could take advantage of that, and like that's actually really good for your body because you're putting yourself into more of a relaxed place rather than a highly stressed place. And when you're in that relaxed place, your body's going to respond quite nicely to it, and it's going to put you in a really positive mindset.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure, man. It's a nice time to de-stress, just relax a bit more.
Go for long walks with your family as well. That is a big de-stressor, and it also gets your steps up.
Exactly, man. Yeah, 100%. Wrap up. Yeah, like long walk around here, like, it's an amazing place, right, to go to, up and down and that. So just take the time. Like, it doesn't have to be like punish yourself with high intensity workouts, etc., or starving yourself with food. Just focus on being there with your family, being present in the moment. Take your screens away, take your phones away, just have a conversation with the people, and just enjoy that moment.
Exactly. And we got non-negotiables. It's kind of like one I've just kind of put in there. in order for you to get to your goal, I always say, if you want to get in shape, you kind of just smash it for like a 12 to 16 week and you get in shape. But to remain in shape, it takes habits, routines and structures. You want to establish these things which you can do, non-negotiable on a day-to-day. That could be like hitting a certain step target that you do anyway. It could be drinking a certain amount of water. You know, you could prioritize protein before anything else, prioritize vegetables, and spend time to relax. Just have a few things, maybe a checklist of like 3 to 4 things, which no matter, even on Christmas Day, I could hit that. Because that's part of your life. That's what you do. And that way, when you do get in shape, staying in shape is going to be a lot easier because these habits are established, as opposed to, I'll start in January or I'll start my diet on Monday.
100%. Because like it also puts you in a good place, right? If you're seeing yourself taking off these things every single day, you automatically like kind of build up this momentum, build up this motivation, and come January time, you're not having to scramble for it because it's already there. If that makes sense.
But it's kind of the same process, right? It's what you do. I don't eat cake for breakfast, and I never have. I don't believe. I'm like, maybe I don't.
Birthday?
If you see what I mean, it's just like that is what you do. You don't eat cake for breakfast because you have a set standard which says cake is not for breakfast. But where is that standard, and where is it for yourself? It's just like, if breakfast is always that consistently healthy breakfast, why not keep it that way even over this Christmas period? It doesn't have to be leftover Christmas food or chocolates.
No, it doesn't. That's just a really good shout, to be fair. Yeah, there's certain things, right? Keep those standards, routines, behaviours up, right? Let's not let them slip. It's like Jay Fruja has a few in it that he says, like, I read 10 pages a day, stuff like that, and all those kind of stuff he has, regardless, right? And that's 365 days a year. Like, he ticks them off like 5 things. So yeah, perhaps you start them now, if you haven't created them already, and you can build them in and carry them forward in January time. And maybe month to month, you add 1 or 2, if you feel you can kind of like cope with that load and you're ticking things off on a day-to-day basis. And
it's non-negotiable. And it's almost like you want to make sure that the non-negotiables are done. They're not like something that you want them challenging enough that they're just almost out of reach, because obviously if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. It's like it's a cheesy quote, but it's a thought process which is very good. But you don't want them to be too easy. You want them to be almost just out of reach. You have to put a tiny bit of effort into them, but not so much that it's like walk 20,000 steps a day.
Ultimate event. It can't be out of reach. You have never done it before. It's important, right? Like, it's like when we say to us, when like clients want to lose 20, 30 pounds, we can't guarantee that weight loss, but we can guarantee that if you build those habits and routines, you're way more likely to hit that goal than if you weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
And the last one, we've got a little form, create a little form for everyone, basically. Do you want to go through it?
Yeah, sweet. So the last thing that we're going to say is I want you to set goals for yourself coming into 2022. The main reason is because it gets you fired up. When you kind of have this vision plan of what you want to see by the end of next year, or even in the next 6 months of next year, summer's coming up. How do you want to attack that? And it's also got a few questions with regards to how did you feel 2021 went? What habits do you want to keep from 2021? What habits do you want to take forward into 2022? All of these things, and just have a big overall reflection. It'll, 1, make you understand what went well, and 2, it'll get you fired up for 2022, because that is going to be a big year for us.
It is. Boom. Yeah, I think it's important, right, to have those goals. It gives us an easier understanding, us as coaches, to see where we need to take you, the direction we need to go in as well, but also kind of keep you on track in that aspect, right? Keep you kind of accountable to that process.
Yeah, we'll hold you accountable to all of this. You put in your phone exactly what you want, and we will know. We'll have it in our heads that, look, this is your goal. We're going to make sure in our sessions, if your goal is that you want to be able to do a bodyweight pull-up, I will make sure that you are going to be able to hit that goal in a timely manner in this facility.
There you go. Don't your arms in it. Right, guys. Thanks a lot for listening, watching, etc. If there's any questions, obviously drop them below, or drop us an email, info@youthfitwindsor.co.uk. Obviously, you have our numbers, emails, etc. as well. And also we'll
pigeon message.
Yeah, SMS. Also, we'll drop a note with that form below as well, so everyone can fill it in.
Happy days.
And I'll make sure I'll email out as well to every member. Appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon.
Ciao.
Take it easy.